Start streaming. Start recording. We are live. We are live. Oh,
hell yeah, dog.
let me just check the streameroni so then we can make sure that we are actually live. Yes, we are.
We did.
Cool,
yeah, cool
beans. Let me do a little post. Oh, you're already on it.
I'll do a post.
I just did post.
We are live.
On what, Brotato?
No, I'm doing
Personal.
Okay, I'll just do one on. I'll just get the links.
Yeah, just do the Twitch.
The Crypto Journo.
Yeah, we don't do the Sanko link.
No, I don't know when.
Look, I may have written
thing.
that bag off to 0 in my crypto tax calculator.
I did as well. I did as well.
I've kept it, but I've just written it to 0.
$500 went up to like $7,000 or something, and I think it's back to like 400 or something, 300 or something fucked. I don't know.
What is DMT right now? Oh Christ!
No.
What is it?
$5.23.
Yeah, I think in my wallet I have like $350 of DMT when it was like $7,000 at one point.
Fuck. I don't want to talk about the Pico top valuation.
The best part was when we got donated like the 1 ETH or whatever, and then we slammed it into DMT at like $140.
Yeah, it's like 150. We're like, yes, this is going to $1,000. Fuck everyone. Then we're like, oh, oops. I remember the first one. Yeah, fuck. Anyway, the Golden Bull Run.
The Golden Bull
Run.
The
Golden Bull Run.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think Swiss is right. It's more like fabled. There was not much of a bull run, unless you're in Circle.
Golden Stablecoin.
Yeah, I was gonna say unless you bought Circle on launch.
You know what's funny about like these new, like, isn't it like the same VC concept? Like it's got like the shares are like high FTV, like low float. Like, isn't that the same concept? Like they've got like a certain amount of shares are like only circulating or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah,
in
like,
the TradFi, but like it's similar.
It's similar. Yeah, it's definitely similar.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to Ordinals, I thought.
Has anyone made money off Ordinals? Or is that just runes?
No, I've written off my puppets. I should have, instead of buying Ordinals, I should have listened to Swiss's other thesis on IMF. I would have been like giga rich.
Yeah, that was a generational fade.
I don't know
like that was
his thesis, but I appreciate that, Sticks.
Bro,
it was definitely your thesis for sure.
No, I didn't hear any single person talking. Oh my god, it's 17.
Yeah, it's 15 mil right now.
17, I think. Yeah, this chart is so fucked. It just went vertical. Yeah, no, GG. Honestly,
in the group chat, there's this bot. I'm gonna sound like a boomer here, but there's this bot that just like tells you when buyers come in.
Yeah.
There used to be like, I would say easily like 3 or 4 days would pass before you'd get a buy that came in.
That's so fucked.
And then now you'd have people aping. I think the
like
largest people have aped 20 ETH.
Someone just like aped like 25 grand like 8 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's just weird. You just see this, like people just like ape large amounts now. It's just like, what the fuck? But yeah, crazy.
No, the worst part is like you didn't like tell me to buy it like once. Tell me to buy it like 10 times.
Like a million times.
Yeah, it's like 6. Like because we were talking about meme coins. You're like, should check out IMF, and I kept checking it out, and I just kept fading it. And now I'm like a fucking feel like a retard.
Yeah, but it's. I'm sorry to do this to you, Tom, but it's not as bad as Tom getting Garmy on the podcast, on his podcast, and then literally, I reckon it would have been easily a week past before it then pumped, and then Tom didn't. I don't know if Tom bought enough, but.
Yeah. No, I had Garmy on the podcast like over a month ago, when it was at like,
really?
Yeah, it would have been like fucking 300K or something.
So I think
that would have been like a mil or 2 mil or something. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm just sharing.
Oh yeah.
Like this thing is just gone vertical. It's like
it's like it's like that classic like
10x easy.
Does nothing, but it does like a 20x in like a week. Jesus.
I've honestly got like in terms of investment, I think I have. You know how in cartoons, like the little character will get like a cloud that rains on them.
Yeah.
I think I have one of those, and I need to go like go somewhere and break the little spell and fucking I don't know move. So I'm just like, holy shit! I keep on looking at charts and being like, oh, I bought that one, it's down. Oh, I didn't buy that one, it's gone vertical. Fantastic, lovely.
Yeah.
The other one
I
that's
think for the
been
amount of times I told everyone to buy IMF, I reckon I told Tom to buy it like 40 times.
Yeah.
Just buy a little bit. Like, you know, Australian founders, they've been working really hard. They've built it out. This is their version 2.
Yeah.
I don't know
They've got
why I
more on
didn't,
the
to be
way.
honest.
I'm so
I think it's
dumb.
because I didn't have any money on mainnet, and that's no excuse, but it's just one of those things of like, if that was on base or sol, I would have just blapped it. But for some reason, I was just like, oh, I got to get it over to mainnet. It takes 2 seconds. Like you can switch on Infinex and it's there. But I just never took those little 2-3 steps. It's still that like little chain barrier where I was like, nah, it's on mainnet. Like, if I get some
ETH mainnet,
the best 3 memes as well. Come on, nah, the best 3 memes, man. Like Mog, Pepe, and Joe.
And Joe,
yeah, legit.
So
Joe's like such an alpha play by some people. Like some people are bull posting Joe, and I'm like, who the fuck are you? But like, man.
The funny thing was, like, I was going through like my wallets, and then I don't know, for some reason I was like, oh yeah, Joe might do well here, and like, I didn't realize IMF was shilling it, and then I was like, oh, Joe's up a little bit, and it's sort of going up, and SPX was going up at the time, so I was like, well, if SPX is going up, maybe Joe goes up, and then I saw IMF like doing the assistance fun thing with it, and yeah, it's just been up only. And the annoying thing was, I've owned Joe since like this Pico Top sort of year in like November 23, and I watched it go to like single digits or like 2 digits in my
1
wallet.
mil or some shit.
No,
yeah.
I like as in the amount that I held, and I was like, it's no point selling it here because like, you know, I'll pay more in ETH gas fees. But I was like, maybe I should just buy a bunch more of it and then like just see what happens. If I had done that, that would have been a 6,000% gain.
Shit.
Yeah,
6,000%.
One of us.
Yeah, I do remember seeing it at like 3 mil or something.
Sorry.
When it had died or something.
7,300% gain.
Oh, so shit.
Literal 100x.
I had not seen what happened to SPX. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why did that?
SPX.
What the hell, man?
Dude, it's been one of the best, like the Hype SPX BTC Barbell. Like that.
Yeah.
That is the barbell.
Yeah.
It's
Oh no, I meant more like recently. It was just taking a big old.
Oh no,
I mean, yeah. Long term, it's been fucking ridiculous.
Murad's TikTok wasn't taken off, so he decided that
to dump.
The Murad TikToks are actually fucking incredible. Like, say what you want, that shit get results, man. That's fucking
Murad be
crazy.
Like, did your dad just die? Fix it with SPX 900.
There's a couple funny ones.
Yeah, no, it's just funny seeing him like comment. Yeah, no, not much. Just hype took a big nuke as well, but I don't know, still holding that. But I mean, yeah, probably in hindsight, I should have sold it when the whole timeline was like talking about it.
When it's gonna flip soul.
When the girl.
The girl. What was her name? Fuck.
The bathtub.
Yeah. When Jen posted
that was
bathtub thing.
That's gonna like haunt me for fucking years. Was it like $44 or something?
Sticks, when we were on that call, I don't know, earlier this week, I think it was Tuesday night, and I was like, I might sell a little bit here. It's kind of like stalling, and you're like, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna sell.
So did I. But it was like such a minuscule amount.
Yeah, like Sticks and I both sold at the same time, but just like a little bit. We're like, maybe we should sell more.
Tiny,
like, nah, it'll be right. Yeah. Fuck.
It was such a minuscule amount, like that it probably didn't even make a difference. But still, like I should, fuck. Bad idea, but that's done really well, I guess. Like, comparing it to like everything in the market, like I'm happy that I bought it, but yeah, I don't know. It might dump like a bit more.
Yeah, I think if it doesn't bounce here, we're kind of cooked.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an odd one, really, because it's like you'd think it would just go up forever, given the fact that the revenue is just buying back the token and like a large majority of hype is staked. So
Yeah,
I feel like this is
Yeah,
the worst trade ever. Like
it's pretty good. So there's a Telegram account that I follow called MLM on chain, and it's kind of like that looks on chain thing, but less cringy. And anyway, that like they do like tweets when like certain accounts start like unstaking or buying like certain coins. But mostly what they've been tweeting about, or telegramming about lately was Hyperliquid, and surprisingly, a lot of the big moves in the last few days have come from like some funds, but the funds have been shorting, like hedging their positions, like huge amounts of money. So like they've been like putting in, like they own a bunch of like spot, but then they'll short like huge amounts to like sort of hedge, like when we were at much higher prices, which has been interesting. And then there's also been a couple of like really big holders, like $100 million, $90 million holders that were like unstaking about a week ago. So I think there's been like a bit of large fund movement sort of just exiting. But at the same time, there's also been quite a lot of people buying. So it's kind of like a change in hands of like holders, I think. I think a lot of the guys that are like exiting now like bought a lot earlier, and then you're getting a lot of big funds coming in as well now that are like,
yeah, it's like the ETF
yeah, like you just
with like OG
the
Bitcoin.
guys that carried the baton from like $10 to $40 are passing it on, and now there's someone else grabbing the baton at like 30 something dollars and seeing where that goes for them. So,
yeah. No, that's fair. I don't know. I own a bit of hype, and I just really haven't. I don't know why it doesn't appeal to me that much. I think I tried to talk to Tom about this the other day as well. Everyone seems to love it. It's like maybe I don't have to think about it. Just
yeah, I think for me it's I think the biggest risk for hype at the moment is like the biggest appeal for me for hype was the centralized limit order book. And you can't do that on chain with like Solana at the moment. However, Solana is doing some things. There's a few projects that are doing like it's not an L2, but it's Tom, you might know what the word for it is. It's like the equivalent of a Solana L2. They call it something different. Network extension. Like... Network extension. So
there we are.
Yeah, so there's
NE.
Yeah. So they call it a network extension. So it's like not quite like how an L2 works, but it's, you know, when you actually like look under the hood, it's very similar to an L2. But there's a project called Bullet that's building something like a Hyperliquid, but as a network extension to Solana. And the reason you need to do like the reason you can't do it on like the main L1 is if you imagine like the block, and the block has all of the transactions that are being processed, right? And then if you are trying to do a centralized limit order book with that, and then so you've got a limit order that's saying that you need this order to execute at this certain level, but then you've got like an NFT that's being minted or like a new pump.fun coin that's being launched. All of those transactions are trying to get ordered in that same block. So like when your order wants to execute, when like the prices hit your level, because it's all these other transactions are competing, if you're like a high frequency trading type background firm that wants to trade on these like liquid books, you can't do it because you're competing with all these other transactions in the same block. Whereas like with a network extension, it allows it to not be like what's the other dexes that were really popular, DYDX, and I think
DYDX,
DYDX, and what's I think Infinex just talked about the ETH layer 1 synthetics is doing a Hyperliquid purpose exchange on mainnet on ETH, but they're doing all of the order matching off chain, right? So whereas like all of Hyperliquid's order matching is on chain, but you can't do on chain order matching when you're doing every transaction ever like on the same chain. So like that's the appeal to me. But because there's all this like network extension stuff happening with Solana, and they're starting to reach a point where it's actually possible to do it, I see that as a risk to the Hyperliquid moat. at the moment. So, and it's all coming out like in the last like week or so, which kind of marries up with the price action too, which is interesting.
Very interesting.
Anyway, I just nerded out a little bit on Hyperliquid, but
no, it's good, man.
I have been actively selling.
Nice.
Yeah, I probably should have been selling, but price targets are like higher, so like. But this is the problem, like with having price targets, like they could miss by like a few dollars, and then you like literally just round trip the whole thing. So just be actively selling into vol, I guess. But
that's I always find the annoying thing is like when you're like you got your price targets and then like you don't set any price targets like when you've bought low because you're like kind of like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
And then,
but then
as it's going up, you set limit orders and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna sell here and I'm gonna sell here. It's like the moment you start setting limit orders way higher, you should just be selling.
It's over. Yeah. So true.
Yeah.
So fucking
true.
true.
I still like the product and
I'm still bullet. Yeah, I really like the product. I think it's I think a lot of people buying it is like it's the only like altcoin that's like that people feel like is not safe, but like feel like they can buy without getting like destroyed. You know what I mean?
Well, you're not getting raped by like the ETH Foundation.
Yeah, you're not getting raped by like
getting raped by like
or
Elon on Pump.fun selling his like $1 billion worth of soul. Like
I think that's like the one appeal as well for it. It's like it's the opposite where like other coins are unlocks are like 600 million tomorrow, but then like they're just buying back like $4 million a day or whatever. It's like the complete opposite.
Yeah, you could be buying tier.
Banansky.
Hell yeah. Modular money. We're coming back.
Where is my milk tier airdrop? I honestly reckon it might be under $1 if I ever get it.
I just realized I had my
Hyperliquid, it actually got it got released
like, live on stream.
It got released? No, it didn't.
Dude.
No, it did. Sticks, it did. Have a guess. I saw Wonel. You were flexing, bro.
Bro, what the fuck?
I was like, damn. I thought it was just like I didn't want to draw attention to it, but I was like, fuck, dude. Okay.
I didn't realize I was screen sharing.
Wait, I wasn't even looking.
Oh shit.
Dude, Wonel just pulled up with the digital equivalent of just the rollie on the stream. It's like, oh yeah, boys, check it out.
That's so funny. What else?
Edit that out, please.
Edit the fuck out.
Generational.
Everyone knows how poor I am now.
Poor? Excuse me.
Oh, that sucks. Fucking hell.
Don't make me open up some phantom wallets to show you what poor really is, dude. You don't want to see where I'm at.
Fuck. Anyway.
That's so funny.
I completely missed what just happened. Do we miss Wonel's dong?
What?
Is that what we missed?
No,
Pretty.
We missed out Wonel's hype dong. He just had his Hyperliquid dashboard open with full equity on display, and I was like, damn, all right, dude.
Damn.
Oh no.
I think everyone low-key missed it, so you're good.
Please.
That's so funny.
Just all the cells. Put it back on the screen.
Sick. Shout out Hype3 under X. He likes our stream setup, so thank you.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Protege's splooge rag says hello.
That's very good.
Is not Bunjil?
Yeah, it's Bunjil. It's
I don't know.
It is Bunjil.
Yeah.
But it says it's not. I'm confused. Is it? Is this supposed to be some kind of joke?
Actually, no, there's a funny story behind this. So there was a chat called Swiss is in Sydney, and I went up to Sydney to see some guys and go out to dinner. And I added what I thought was Bunjil's Telegram handle to the chat because it was just Bunjil. And then everyone was talking, and then every now and then, Bunjil's Telegram handle was just like, buy this shitcoin and all 1000x. Everyone joined this group and all 1000x, and everyone just kind of ignored it because it was during that hype phase of everything going up, and we just thought it was Bunjil.
Yeah.
And turns out we just added like a scammer's account into the chat. It was Bunjil because his name was not Bunjil on Instagram.
That's
not
great.
Instagram, Telegram.
Very good.
I was gonna say, it's not Bunjil on Telegram. That's how I knew. That's how I knew it was him.
This is how the psyops works. This is genius.
Yeah.
I don't know why I haven't named myself to OX, not Swiss.
0x, not Swiss. Yeah. So, anyway.
I remember that.
Anyway,
0x, not Swiss. I'm gonna be 0x, not 1L. We should just like be not everyone. Yeah, that'll be sweet. So what has everyone been up to? Because it's been a long time since we've had a pod. Like, I think we managed to do the pod after all of the exciting things when markets are going up, and now we're coming in when everyone's feeling pretty sad about joyful June.
Oh,
When was the last time we caught up?
Fuck.
How about that joyful June, guys?
May, I think it was. No, before May. It would have been April. So allocate April. You know.
allocate April. Oh yeah,
Max exposure, mate.
Yeah.
Joyful June.
Next one.
I don't know, man. Like, this has been
just prepare for jacked up Julys. Yeah, I was trying to think of something horrific for July.
Yeah, it's Jetvana July, but
where's Gainsey? You should be on this stream. What the fuck? He's been ghosting us, man.
Yeah, I know. Gainsey like hates us.
Well,
maybe we're just not cool enough for him.
I am blocked by Gainsey, so.
Not Bunja was like July. Spelled
July.
That's actually good.
July.
Quick, coin it before BDB does.
Yeah. July.
July. That's classic.
I'm gonna
3x just said, "Aren't we the Jewish fake out right now?" And I agree, it is a Jewish fake out.
The Elon getting banned and then getting reinstated in 24 hours, and he was like classic Jewish fake out, and I was like, "Fuck, that's actually really good."
Yeah, that was a classic call by the pump extractor.
There we go. Yeah, fuck. What's been happening since? New wage cuck at Flipster, which is perps.
Nice.
That's the exchange. Check it out. Yeah, selling a perps exchange in Australia in these conditions. That's hard yakka. I'll tell you that much.
Hard yakka. Hard yakka.
It is. It's hard yakka. I'm like, hey, does anyone want to deposit on this perpetuals trading platform? And people are like, who are you? I'm like, yeah, good point. How about that $1 million now? So, no, it's interesting, but it's good. That's fucking great. Apart from that, literally just like not buying the coins that I should be buying, running very normal things. I feel like now that I've kind of cashed out of memes, it's just been like gently sidelined, dabbling, running up a decent amount of money every now and then going, ugh, and then selling a little too late, and then being like, fuck, all right, cool, we'll try it again. So yeah, that's been me.
Nice. What about you, Swiss?
Been good. Busy with coaching. A lot of my free time goes into yelling at kids, trying to make them a little bit better soccer players. Work's been good as well. Investing's been okay. I was holding out for Rune June, but
Rune June.
It's probably why we haven't had Joyful June.
That's so good. Rune June. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not been too bad. I feel like in these conditions, it's a little bit easier to like ascertain things that move because it's a lot slower. So you can have a few things to track, rather than having a handful of stuff. But yeah, it's been alright. I'm pretty like heavy Ethereum denominated, so no surprises there that I love pain. Underperformance is my game. So yeah, been alright.
Yeah, I did notice Bob Lucas came out and last night with his bullish ETH tweet, and then we nuked like soon afterwards.
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's the ETH curse, bro."
Yeah, it's not you. It's just the.
It's just the general ETH curse. Yeah.
What about you, Wonel? How have you been?
Well, I traveled a little bit the last month or so, or last month, which is cool. Got to meet some chads overseas, so met Chimp Phone, which was cool. Had a few beers with him. Met Dark, who we've had on the Poad a few times, and met Prince Ponzi as well, which was cool. So met some CT chads, all while during Max Exposure May. So Euphoria was hitting me good.
Max Exposure May.
I definitely managed to pick the right bags this time, which I was pretty happy with, and cashed out a little bit along the way, which is nice too. All in preparation for tax season, so I can't wait for the ATO to steal all of my money. But yeah, apart from that, just keen to get back into it. I was a bit sad with the whole war thing because it really felt like we were gearing up for something good here. Still think Bitcoin's like giga chatting and still looks nice. Even with current price action, I think it's still in a nice spot. I feel like Bitcoin's just like the GOAT so far. Like it's going to take a lot for Bitcoin to look shit. But I will not comment on ETH because I shall not comment on ETH. But I think Solana looks like a hot steaming pile of shit. So
yeah, Solana looks like trash. I would not even touch it.
Yeah, I own like 10 Solanas, I think.
Yes, that's what I did. I left some in case like something good popped up, and I can put my pleb money in. But...
Yeah, and I refuse to touch memes or any of that like financial nihilistic stuff.
New memes you cannot touch.
Yeah, like
it's terrible.
Or even like 99% of old memes.
I think,
but yeah,
I think like the only thing that I liked was SPX, but even that's taken an absolute hot steaming pile of shit the last few days.
Yeah.
And like tried to do the all-time high break and just done like this double top like sort of motion, so looks pretty shit ass.
Yeah.
And I think like for me, what was like really interesting to observe the last couple of months was like the whole asset selection thing has been like so prominent this time around, because like even 12 months ago, like you could buy Sol or you could buy like any fucking meme coin on Sol. There was a lot more like choice, whereas like the last couple of months or last few months, it's literally just been like BTC, Hyperliquid, SPX as a meme coin maybe, and like if you didn't buy any of those, like everything else like bounced, but it didn't bounce good enough.
Fart coin.
Sorry, yeah. Look, I get the fart coin.
As in over the last few months, but as in Solana is not looking good here. Like I don't know.
Like topped probably earlier than everything else, I feel like. But yeah, Farcoin definitely did really well. Like if you caught the like the 20-cent like low, like you did excellent.
Yep.
The problem
I think I was telling Ben.
Solana.
You guys, Steve.
I was just gonna say the problem with Farcoin is it's like if Solana nukes, like like it doesn't matter how good the meme is, like it's just like the arbitrary effect of it is like it'll just go down. Like there's no like it's like the best. I find it quite funny, but it's just like it can't like do anything if Sol nukes.
Yeah, agreed. Even like things like XMR, like I remember probably the last time we like spoke, I think we talked about like Monero. Like that, like
even that like lost all its pump. Like
it had a pretty good run. Remember when we spoke to that guy on Spaces Sticks?
Yeah, from then it was like really.
It was like $220 at that time, and he was like,
it doubled.
It doubled, but like it was a very quick move.
Yeah, that's what pisses me off.
Yeah, and like whereas like stocks have done like really well. They're like Coinbase, Hood, Circle's done some stupid shit, but like Coinbase like went ballistic last week, which I find interesting because like crypto hasn't really done as well, and normally like when Coinbase pumps, like crypto does well afterwards. So it'd be interesting to see how next week plays out.
Yeah.
But how about you, Sticks? What's
Nah, not much. Like I was doing a bit of trenching, but that sort of just like became pointless. And then yeah, would just like lose a bit of money doing that, so I just like completely stopped. And then I was holding like spot hype and yeah, like literally that was just like the main play. I was like holding spot hype and like some cash, and yeah, I had a little bit of money still in like some memes, but like not really. Like I sold a lot of it, and yeah, like I've probably sold about like 10% of my hype, so I haven't sold like near like anything where I should be probably selling, but yeah, that's just like what I've done. I haven't really like done a lot, and now I'm like trying to like actively just keep a lot of stable coins in case there's a big nuke, but yeah, having trouble with some banks to get some fiat on, but that's about it really. Not too much, just like honestly, like shit posting is like the alpha right now. That's like there's not much
the neat life.
Yeah, just like shit, like there's nothing really to talk about. Like what am I gonna say? Like buy fucking this coin, like god, like there's been like 5 good coins the last like couple months.
I feel like you've been really pushing the whole neat, like you're like the neat KOL.
Yeah, no. I think I just found like that Fapital dude's tweet so funny about like neat. So I was like neating is just like such a funny, like I don't know, I just find it such a funny concept in general that like that like you could just like sit at home and just like shit post all day. Like I find that just like such a fucked concept, but like a funny one in that. But
you find it a funny concept, but you live the funny concepts.
Yeah, no, that's why I find it funny, because like I find it funny, but it's just like I'm doing it. So like how I did like a post the other day, and it was like unemployment day 690, and I just like did a list of things that I did. But like it's good for like if you're like like super like trying to find like really like inefficiencies, it's good. But other than that, like it's probably just like you're probably better off just working a job, honestly. Like it's not, it's like it's good, honestly. It's good in the fact that like you can just like wake up and like do what you want, but the novelty, like it does wear off a bit. But I mean the posts on Twitter that I see about these that just make me laugh so much. Like yeah, so I mean I'm a neat supporter, but it's not for everyone. Not for everyone.
It can't be for everyone, sure.
No. If it's for everyone, it means the world will stop.
Yeah, I was gonna say like there will be no food on the supermarket shelves.
Yeah. No. It's not. It gets boring sometimes, like, but it's sometimes it's really good. Like when I think it's good for like it's good when there's like a 1 to 2 month like a liquidity event with like altcoins, and you can like sort of like be locked in and try to like find the next point or the next beta to this or whatever. But other than that, it's like not really worth it. You're better off just I mean, and most people will chop themselves up doing that anyway, so like better off just like working. And the thing about working that's good is you usually like won't sell your spot, you won't like capitulate and panic, because like you're always just like, well, I can just like I've just got to wait, like it's fine. Whereas like I remember when hype was like $10 or $9, like I was like actively considering like selling it, because I'm like, bro, like what if this goes to like 3?
Yeah.
like I have so much money in this, but I don't work. Yeah. Like what if this actually goes to like $3? But yeah, like lucky I didn't. I nearly did, but
yeah.
Yeah, that's like that's like the really good thing about wage cucking.
Yeah,
like
nice.
You can sort of just like bag hold, which like works if it's like a good asset.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, that's about it.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Ooh, I was going to mention some little things, because I was like, oh, fuck it. What have I actually been doing that hasn't been vanishing money in the trenches? Been farming some stuff. with like little clips of the stables as well, and some of it's on Hype, Felix Protocol, and Lighter.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Are like two things that I've just chucked like a couple K on, and I'm just like moving stuff around just to like kind of farm points. I mean, Light is just like a faster dex on Hype. I haven't looked into it too much, but they raised, I think, somewhere between 25 and 40 mil, and they're giving away a shitload of their token for airdrop. So that one's probably decent. I feel like it will be very, very like farmed though, even though it's quiet on CT ish. I feel like everyone in the HL ecosystem is like, fuck yeah. And there's lots more capital than like, if you've only got like 4 or 5 figs on there, it's probably like, not incredibly worth it, but it's something. It's something to do. It's a hobby, you know.
I think it's kind of like the I think it's kind of like when people were talking about Hype, like no one really like gave it much attention. But now that people saw the airdrop with Hype, they're like, "Ooh, what can we do?" And like you can see that even with the Hype EVM stuff, like everyone's doing like the EVM shit. But like,
I think it's a bit overcrowded at this point.
Like the Hype team isn't going to give you a bunch of money because you deposited your money on some like random protocol. Like,
Yep.
And likewise, like I think Lighter and any other like sort of competitor, I think like it's the euthanasia coaster. It's like Hype's the big one, and then like you get the smaller and smaller effects. I'm sure it's being pumped to the shit house by like a lot of people, but be interesting to see.
I'm not like really expecting like an airdrop at this point, like for like Hyperliquid. Like, it'd be good if I get one eventually, like for like maybe spot trading or something. But like, I'm not expecting like something big because like everyone's expecting something big.
But like,
hopefully one day.
I do think that's like, to Tom's point though, I think like Light has been talked about, but it's not being actioned as much.
What's this? What is it?
Lighter, LIGHTER. Yeah.
.xyz.
Yeah.
Let me have a look.
I just feel like for just doing minimal on there, it's a pretty good up. Same with Felix Protocol. I know for a fact
I'll
that
share
like
my screen this time without sharing my fucking.
No, dude, flex, bro, flex. It's a safe space.
It's so embarrassing. But yeah, like it looks very similar. I think like my like only sort of caveat to it is like Lighter's obviously been funded by VC like Andreessen Horowitz and all of that, so like they've got funding money, and whether or not because they've done VC funding, their obligations to their LPs will be different to like how Hyperliquid did their airdrop, where like there was no external funding, so like they could give a lot more money away. But you never know. Like the VCs may be trying to play the same playbook and give the appearance as if they're doing something different.
VCs.
I think it's like not the worst idea to experiment with these platforms.
Yeah.
Considering they do an airdrop, it's just, I think you guys could probably attest to like how many exchanges you have used over like the last couple of years and how many $roonies you've gotten from airdrops. I'm just doing the mental math now. I don't think it's much. But
yeah, I've been lucky. Like I didn't get hype, but like the Pudgy airdrops have been good, and like there's been a few good ones, but yeah, I mean I haven't heard anything about this Lighter, so I'll have to investigate, which is probably a good sign that I haven't heard anything about it. So yeah, could be onto something.
Don't remind me.
Speaking of airdrops, Inkchain.
Oh yeah, shit! I forgot about that. I did mention that to you the other day, Swiss.
Yeah, I don't think I qualify for it, to be honest.
What did you have to do?
Because I think what they're doing is they're setting up a pool within Aave, and then you have to participate in that pool to be in the running for the airdrop. It made no mention about participating in their ecosystem currently. So, like I stake ETH with Inkchain, but I don't reckon I'll receive an airdrop for it.
Yeah, interesting.
But we'll see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Ink post on their token I found was really interesting. This one here.
Yeah, because
It was
they
like
said that there was no connection to the governance of the protocol either. I'm like, yeah.
so
Okay,
so
interesting.
it was really quite funny because it's like most tokens launch with a vibe and a prayer. Ink is launching with utility. Designed for usage, not speculation. No governance theater, just blah blah blah. And then you go into it, and then you go, so what's the token for? It wasn't really clear as to what the token like utility is. It's just like straight vibes. And I was like, okay. And I still haven't quite understood what like the token's there for yet.
Yeah, they've got a whole bunch of products and well, not products, but a whole bunch of different Twitter profiles now. They've got Crack, they've got Ink Foundation, they've got heaps. So yeah, there's a bit going on there. Not sure exactly what it's all about though.
Yeah. It is interesting because I think Kraken's been doing some like moves with like RWAs and stuff recently.
Yeah.
And I do think that there's a lot that's going to change in like what we believe to be normal, like when it comes to that space. So like all the RWA shit, like I think Bybit's doing their own decks as well, and they've listed like SPX perps and everything too. So I think there's going to be a lot more sort of merging of like real world assets and tokens, etc. And things like Inkchain will probably be the forefront of it, which would be interesting. But I think Hyperliquid's also doing the same. Kraken's doing the same. It's like there's like innovation, or not necessarily innovation happening, but like a leap forward because of the change in regulations that's occurring. But because of the last 12 months where everyone went down this like financial nihilism route, no one's really caring about it anymore. So it's like this like weird split down the middle of like the guys that were there prior to the meme season that are just like tired and don't want to fuck around with shit anymore and don't believe anything. And then you've got all the meme bros which want to buy the latest bundled rug from whatever account. And then you've got like the TradFi bros
from whatever account.
I could go on. I could go on. And then you've got like the TradFi bros, which are like doing shit and investing in stuff that doesn't quite make sense to like either crowd. And then because it's so like still ambiguous, it's like we're in this like weird spot that like if you're doing a lot of research, you could probably get into something. But then, you know, Circle drops a token, or not a token, a stock, and then goes up from like $31 launch or whatever it was, $24 launch or whatever it was, to like 200 and something in a few weeks. So it's like there's obviously money that wants to bid on this stuff, and there's obviously like things that are happening. It's just like, what do you bid on? And then because like the community or like the whole everything's been so split in half, there's like no real middle ground anymore. It's like you're either like hardcore TradFi and you're buying shit that like the average CT participant doesn't want to buy unless it's like Hyperliquid, and then you're you're trenching still, and you're like the Japanese soldier that's like still fucking still bidding on like whatever pump fund launch is going on. And it's just like this no real like consensus middle ground of like people that actually care about tech or anything anymore. And it's just weird. I just find it very strange. It's really hard to make like investment decisions like on chain the same anymore.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it is really hard.
But yeah. The dog still has a hat, and the cat
stays on.
And the cat is still popping, even though at much lower prices.
Brother, the cat has a sword, man.
The cat has a sword.
What would you say for Joe? Joe the meme coin. What's the catchphrase there?
I feel like Joe the meme coin is good with images. It's just like the Joe memes, like the actual
Just the guy.
the JPEG memes themselves are good. I love a good Joe meme, but I don't really know if it has a catchphrase. Weird.
It's literally just Joe.
Yeah, like
Just Joe.
I didn't even know his name was Joe. Like I just knew him.
Yeah, in 2014, like I think someone who created it was just like, it's Joe, bro.
I'm pretty sure it was like Glug and crew that did it. I think.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
It's a vintage meme at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the best times. That was the best times. I'm getting nostalgia. Dev smashed the keyboard.
Oh.
They were the best times, man. Honestly.
That was actually like really, really fun.
Yeah.
That was like fun losing money. This is not fun losing money.
Like,
I don't know why, but that one felt pure. There was a certain like, this is novel.
Yeah. Speaking of, so of that whole era, Styx enlightened me to something new the other day. Did you know with Ticker Bitcoin that the liquidity is not locked?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's like so like no one wants to bid it. And not only is the liquidity not locked, there's a 1% tax on every buy and sell.
I don't think there is on that, surely.
No, there is. No. Because they have a team. Because they have a team, bro. That's why they need they're like doing stuff.
So
no way.
Yeah.
So look it up.
This is all real. I confirmed.
Is this on Dex Screener?
Yeah, if you go.
Well, you can see the liquidity. I'm not sure if you can see the tax on Dex Screener, but the liquidity isn't locked.
Yeah, you can see the liquidity on Dex Screener. You can't see the tax, but I did go
The tax is.
I did go through this.
How do you know there's a tax?
Styx knows.
Well, I know. I've seen people argue over it. This
Styx
guy
has
called
some connections.
So here we go. Get up a post.
Send it to me, Styx.
Yeah, well.
Reissues. Buy tax, sell tax 0%. This is what I see on Bitcoin Waith pair on Uniswap.
I'll send this into the. Where is it? I'll just like put it chat.
But yeah.
Oh, it's for here, look at this. This makes more sense. But still, like it's like very off-putting.
You know, I've never been to the hpos10i.com website.
Oh my god, is this your first time looking at it?
This is my first time looking at it. Holy fuck.
It's
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's good shit. White paper.
We got to keep the LP unlocked with 1% fee for tier 1 sexes and MMs. And then
wait, there's more posts. Hold on, let me get them up.
Styx is spilling the tea.
No, okay. All you guys got to do if you want to like go on, you know that SPX dude, Uncle Mungie, like Mung.
Yeah.
You saw him? Yeah, he's been ripping into, like he's even like profile picture to Sproto, and he's just been like, bro, this is why your coin can't go up, and he just like lists all the reasons, and it's like because of the LP, because of like you want to tax everyone, because there's like a big team behind it, like there shouldn't be a team behind a meme coin, because like you're doing stuff on like Bear, they're like launching something on Bear Chain, I think.
Yeah. So there is a, you know, I'm just sad because I love Ticker Bitcoin and I sold SPX, a lot of SPX at a very unfavorable price to buy Ticker Bitcoin. I'm very sad.
Yeah, no, Ticker Bitcoin, like, I always found it the funniest one. So that's why I'm just like disappointed.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on because I don't know where the buy and sell tax comes in because I don't think I've paid it when I've traded.
It's for no, it's I just read it's for listing for so it's for tier 1 exchange listings and market makers.
Yeah.
So it's like off-putting if you're but I mean there's obviously more to it than that, but yeah.
Yeah, like
I don't know the full story. I know there's like a team and everyone's just like fudding it because they're like, or the team can just pull the LP at any time. And the team's like, we'll never pull the LP. It's like, we'll lock it then. But then they're like, no, but like to fund certain ventures and stuff. And it's like, bro, like no one's gonna put like 500K into this coin if the LP is still open. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah. Anyway, today I learned, or this week I learned. I was a little bit sad.
God damn it.
DDTG_quant says, did you guys donate, quote unquote, to the Bob Black's Haste project?
No.
Yeah, I did. I put 2 sol in. Let's go.
You did?
Did you actually? Did you actually?
Yeah, I actually did. Yeah.
Oh fuck! He
posted the address, and I literally was just like, "He's gonna gamble this," but on the off chance that he doesn't, fuck it, I'm in. This is when I had lots and lots of sol, and I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, I'll just blam. Yeah, sure. Here's 2 sol."
All of Tom's best financial decisions always start with this on the off chance that.
Oh, they do. They do. It's like 90% of all of my financial decisions start with that. But some of the time they work really well because there is always an off chance that something really good happens. No, but yeah, there was like some pre-sale shit that did actually go on absolute heaters, but that was not one of them. I don't know what's happening with that. I remember I chatted with some. I'm not going to name names, but I chatted with some people at a certain point, and they said that it was definitely underway, but this was many months ago, and I forgot about it until right now. So
yeah, I feel like there's zero chance of it happening.
Yeah, I would put it down to basically 0. But yeah, he's probably
I'm going to leave it at
0.01%
chance. You know, still in the game, in the game. But yeah, that one's
1%. Nice.
That one's done. Yeah.
Yeah. What did he say here? He said the NFT mint is on Monday, then TGE in a few months. It's happening. Ooh, so you might be in luck, Tom.
Where's this?
In the chat.
Hey, Tom.
And then
there's so many fucking Bob Blacks accounts that I don't know what's what anymore. So NFT mints.
Yeah, NFT mint.
Is this on the Haste webpage? On the X Haste?
But what's Haste supposed to be? Like I'm fucking so out of the loop.
Some sort of video game from.
Okay.
I'm retarded. Can anyone send me a link to the thing or something?
I think old mate tried to send a link, but then it got muted by Twitch chat because it was a link, so it sent like 3 asterisks.
Okay.
Ellis, I'm gonna have to jump off because I'm half falling asleep. But
I also have to leave because GF is getting home, and I gotta jump off. Unfortunately, like 5-10 minutes. But
Tom's
all good, boys.
All good.
I'll stay if one else stays, but if he doesn't, I'll leave.
We'll talk some shit.
Stay.
We'll talk some shit.
Yeah.
Hold it down. I was about to say it, but Swiss beat me to it.
Good night, Swiss. Good night, Swiss.
Love you, boys. Keen to do this again.
Love you, keen. Yeah, very keen. Yeah. Let's go.
Very fucking.
Bye.
Bye, Swiss.
Bye.
Yeah, so I don't know what the website is, but I just had a look on Haste. And there is a Discord now. It's Haste 888. Is the
Haste 888.
Yeah.
Sick.
There is a Discord, and then there is due to comms. They posted the other day, due to comms issues with Bob, please refer to at Shiny Orb remission critical matters.
What the fuck? Like Jesus Christ!
Wow.
So
Wow.
does that mean that like Bob's kind of just like AFK'd from the whole thing, and like the guy that was doing all of the work is like, well, I'm gonna fucking do this because
How much did he actually receive in
like millions? I thought
It was a fuckload at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would have
like
been
well
when
over
everyone had
7
like
pigs.
money.
But
Yeah.
Bob Lax is one of those guys that can continue to rug and like no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, that's
contributed
the
so
thing.
much to the lore, you know?
It's so fucked that like, yeah, it's so fucked that like we
$6
like hate on
million
KOLs.
in pre-sales. Holy shit.
6 mil.
Yeah. And
So
then I think
fucked
he
up.
like gambled most of that.
Yeah.
Slightly off topic, but what is your guys' thoughts on the whole Labubu thing?
What happened with the Labubu thing?
Well, it's fucking
Like a
everywhere on the
trend?
timeline right now.
Dude, those fucking toys scare the shit out of me. I don't
Yeah.
know
You mean
what
like
it is.
you mean like the meme coin or
No,
the toys?
the toy, like the fucking
The toys, those things.
It's like everywhere on my timeline right now. Like,
Yeah,
dude, I got into a bunch of Ubers on the Gold Coast when I was up there for like the conference thing. Every single like Chinese driver had a Labubu in the fucking
Man.
Uber, and I was like, whoa.
How can I
What?
how can I short Labubus?
Labubu top.
Like if I could short this thing, I would go after it. Right.
Isn't the
You can
founder
short
like
the coin, bro? Oh, you can't short the coin or anything.
absolute squillionaire now? Literally from from like toys.
Yeah, he would be.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he's like top 30 richest man in China or some shit. Literally just from Labubus. I'm like, fuck, dude. I need to launch a viral toy.
I watched a video on it last night, and apparently it's Pop Mart. So Pop Mart is his company, and then Pop Mart, like, because we've got Pop Marts in Oz. You can buy Pudgy's toys and stuff from there. But yeah, anyway, they decided that they were going to sell some, like they were selling licensed IP stuff, and then they were like, hey, why don't we just release our own IP stuff? And then they collaborated with like a bunch of artists in Asia. And then Monsters was the TV show or cartoon or whatever, and one of the characters within Monsters was Labubu, and for whatever reason Labubu took off. And yeah, and all of the toys are kind of like a gacha. It's like a Pokemon booster pack thing where like you don't know what you're gonna get. Like you know that you're gonna get one of whatever, and then until you open the box and open the packet, you don't know what you're getting, and like you potentially could get a rare. And like that sort of like adds to the whole thing. So that's kind of, and then they have like the Pokemon booster boxes, they have like these things, so then they re-release new series, etc. Yeah, that's how it works. That's why it's kind of gotten popular. So yeah,
right, that's interesting.
Yeah, I thought so. But
yeah, I don't know, like is the coin like doing well? And if there's somewhere on Perps I could short it, I would, but I don't think it's liquid enough.
I wonder if Pop Mart has a stock. Labubu. Labubu. There's a Solana coin, and it is 29 million. It's kind of, I'm sharing the coin. It looks pretty good ass. Had a little bounce, but if you managed to buy it like any time since like the beginning of the year, it would have been a great buy. What's that?
Would have been a great buy.
Holy fuck, it would have been a great buy. 25,000% to current price. Holy shit, you would have been rich off of that. But yeah, Pop Mart stock. Oh yeah, there is a stock.
There is?
Yeah, there is. Oh, it's kind of been like up only for like, it looks, it's been like, fuck, this thing's gone gangbusters. It's like a crypto chart. It's gone from like $18 Hong Kong dollars to 272.
Oh wow!
And it's had its,
I mean, you could probably short it.
It's had its first dip like this week.
First dip.
It's kind of, that's crazy. That's crazy. There you go.
Damn.
Today I learned you could have bought Labubu instead of Dog with Hat. You could have bought a real. You could have bought a real stock with real revenue
instead of the Dog with Hat.
Yeah, fucking Dog with.
Yeah,
Hat.
it's funny.
Do you think Dog with Hat ever comes back?
No. Oh, actually, no, probably not. It's just the problem with these meme coins now is like they're just like the older coins of previous cycles, like where they have too many bag holders, like Shiba Inu and stuff. Obviously, like all these coins, like Shiba Inu is obviously like way bigger, but like it's just the same like concept where they're just like bag holders that are down like 75-80%. Like what happens to bounces? Like they'll just sell into the bounce maybe.
Yeah.
Like yeah, we had a good run like from the bottom. I'd say like a lot of the coins did like a 4 or 5x. Like Popcat did like a 6x. Dog with Hat did like a 4x or something for a 5x. I don't know.
3x, 3-ish.
Oh.
3-4x. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it did like a 4x. But
only a 3-4x from the Pico bottom.
Only a 3-4x. Yeah, which is pretty shit to be fair. But
only in crypto.
I think that screams how fucking diluted this space is right now.
Yeah, it's just
coins.
Too many coins, man.
It's actually like it actually is just like a joke at this point. Like how many, like what else can we tokenize? Like we have tokenized every single thing on the planet. Like fucking Elon Musk, like literally profiled pictured, like he made his account like that Gork fucking, and it couldn't even get to 100 million. Like
didn't he post like a picture of the Pepe smoking the other day?
Yeah, it didn't move. Like it's like no, you can always tell like when conditions are good. Like it'll move like 5-10% like instantly.
Maybe he's just lost his aura, bro.
Yeah, he probably just pissed off too many people.
Yeah. Elon Musk has negative aura.
Well, that's a problem when you start like it's like with all these KOLs like the Bonk guy and stuff. Like if you continuously like over dilute the amount of bags you post, like they just lose like value or whatever. But
what's that Bonk guy's coin that he shills all the time?
Useless. Yeah, it's so shit. It's like a shit version of Farcoin.
Dude, but it's pumping. It's
yeah, I know. It's at like 100 million, isn't it?
Made an all-time high today.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like
I'm fading it. I'm coping.
Yeah. But... What's the other one? Hosiko.
Oh yeah, that was a cabal. I actually made money on that. Yeah, I bought that, but that was like a cabal by the Bonk team.
That one looks shit.
They were trying to incentivize. They were trying to incentivize like
even
using the Bonk launchpad.
Yeah,
so like they
right.
just cabal a coin. Be like, whoa, like if you buy coins on this platform, look how high they go.
Even Chill House made a fucking.
Oh, dude, Chill House
is about to flip Housecoin, dude. I mark my fucking words. Chill House will flip fucking Housecoin.
How big is your Chill House
like
bag?
One of those coins.
How big is your Chill House bag?
I have 0 Chill House. I promise you, Chill House will flip Housecoin.
Yeah, like
I have 0 of either. But I just it's too retarded not to, and I just think like the traction is underway, and now that like Lexapro's like not shilling Housecoin, I just feel like it had its chance. Dude, this is probably me marking the absolute schmeeko bottom. Anytime I speak like this, you watch Housecoin just go to 100 mil tomorrow. But I think that like even Housecoin had its chance.
Even Chill Guys,
Chill House
dead. Like Chill Guy.
chill guy. The funniest outcome is Chill House there's too many like retards just absolutely in it. Just being like, yeah, fucking Chill House. So I see it in too many Telegram chats.
Too many retards, but I think it's the right people in CT that are in it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like Mitch is in it.
It's all like the ZK guys, like the
Yep.
Glug and crew. I don't know if Glug's in it, but like it's his associate, like Pepper and blah blah blah.
It feels like enough of a meme. Like it's so dumb that it has to rip. Like look at the chart.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It is a beautiful chart.
Whale accumulation pattern right now. No. Standard whale accumulation.
Let it be known that Brotato Capital just called the top of all of those coins that we just shared.
Yep.
Because by the time it's reached our Poad, it's over.
Yep, which is saying something. But yeah, Housecoin 24, Chill House 15. It's a matter of time.
Yeah, Do you know what the biggest top signal was for me in this like local top recently?
What?
It was when people started talking about AVAX coins again.
Ooh.
It
Dude, every time.
it is like
Not just AVAX, but like, yeah.
Every fucking time.
There is actual people that like consistently talk about AVAX coins, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like,
Not again.
we're not doing it. What's that?
You know what I haven't thought about in a really long time that I just thought of then was Say. Does anyone remember like
Say's
like Alt L1
done,
thesis Say?
It's done
the
well.
chart looks okay.
Yeah.
The chart looks okay. I'm like, fuck. Because I feel like if I'm going to look for Alt L1s, where am I going to go to? I have no knowledge of what's happening on Say, but just looking at charts alone, I'm like, that doesn't seem terrible.
I made some decent money on Say when I didn't really care about it, but I did the whole like Solana Say like rotation.
The Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
I remember I was in that trade with you guys, but kind of like sold far too early because I was like, I don't know what's going on. I like pumped up fun, and so I just like yoinked a bunch of Say.
Yeah. The other one that's been talked about a lot recently is Aave.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's any good, but I think Taiki made a YouTube post recently where he was like all in on Maker and Aave. But I've noticed Aave just like specifically being called out by quite a few people. It's kind of like low key.
Right.
Like I would like if CT would go back to, real shit again. Like, things.
What's a 4 billion FTV to 24?
Wait, are you talking about like are you talking about just like no financial nihilism and like actual real
like
shit?
Just real shit. Yeah.
I think that the issue with real shit was like it was cool, and then it just became like
scammy.
Like the valuations, it's scammy. Like it was just VC. It was VCs with high valuations. It was cool. It was really cool when like in 2017, 20 whatever, when like ICOs like opened at like 30 million. So it was like you could like buy in and like get a 20x or a 30x or something like really quickly, and you'd bull post your bags because you were in early. But like, who the fuck's gonna bull post like a new coin that has like a $5 billion FTV? Like,
exactly.
With unlocks like every fucking 6 months. Like, the fuck's that? It's like, I understand why we went down the financial nihilism route, but hype sort of brought it back to like equilibrium a bit, where like they did the right thing. They launched at a high valuation, but like they rewarded the users so well, and they're also doing, it's basically the opposite of like unlocks. It's like they're buying 97% of the revenue they get, they're just buying back the token. So I think that helped but this is the problem. No one's going to buy coins unless they do like a hype type model.
Yeah.
Where they reward the users.
I hope that happens more. But what about
Same. Like I'm happy to go back to like bull posting like utility and like the tech if it goes that. But otherwise, like I have no choice, bro. I got to buy like Pepe the Frog.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I got no choice.
That's the issue.
Tron has been a sleeper.
Yeah, well, aren't they doing like aren't they like turning into like a stock?
It's an IPO.
Yeah, there is some rumors about around a stock. Should be
pretty
interesting.
Cool.
I like that they quit the fucking investigation into Justin Sun. Like DOJ's like, all right, we'll wrap it up, and he's like, and we're IPOing. Thanks, motherfuckers. I'm out.
Yeah.
It's Justin Sun riding off into the sunset.
The sunset
with a couple bill, just being like, all right, thanks, boys. Good investigation. Cheers, lads. Bye.
It's you did call it out well, Tom, because the 7-day performance on CoinGecko Say is number 2, because no one knows what the fuck creator bid is, and Aerodrome Finance. I've heard of it. I can't remember why.
Aero's base. Aero's the base.
Actually, okay. I have a story. So, talking about base, this coin here, Kita.
Kita.
Were you aware of this one at all?
No,
okay.
I feel like I've seen it, but not ever looked.
Yeah, so basically, when it was around here, there is a guy that sits in front of me at work, probably 2 stations across.
Oh no.
Young guy. And then I overheard he was talking about crypto. I was like, oh, tell me more. And he's like, yeah, I got into this Keto coin that my friend told me about, and I've made some money. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, tell me some more. And he's like, yeah, I bought around like that sort of region, and it was probably around here that we had that conversation, right? And it was around 80 cents or whatever. I was like, oh, cool. Let me have a look. And I was like, oh, it's on base. Base is scammy as fuck. And I thought at that time, I was like, oh, dude's bought it like 70 cents, gone to like 80 cents or whatever at the time. And I was like, bro, this looks a little bit scammy, but, cool, good on you. And I was like, if you need to know anything more, like, come talk to me. Anyway, a few days later, it's fucking up here. And it was literally on this day here, this like $1.64 day. He was like, I don't know what to do, man. And I was like, bro, just sell some. And I said, convert to ETH if you want to, because at least, you want to like accumulate as much ETH as possible, like regardless of the US dollar value. He's like, oh, that sounds smart. Cool. Anyway, I didn't think at the time that would be like the Pico top day, but it was pretty much the Pico top day. And I did think to myself, I'm like, is this bullish that we've got new people coming into the ecosystem, like at the beginning of Joyful June? Or is this bearish because I have a normie right in front of me that has gotten into crypto on a coin I've never heard of? And literally on that day, on my timeline, I started seeing all this chatter about Kita. And then I was like, okay, this isn't good. And then I was gonna message him, and I was like, whatever, I'll just leave it. And then literally just started like nuking from there, because like I obviously faded once I knew about it here.
Kita was so fucked.
But the funniest thing was, right, with this whole coin is like they had a test net and all this other shit, right? And this guy made a post about it, and it was like, yeah, none of it actually works. It's not actually real.
Yeah, that's what it was. Because I remember I'm literally looking at it right now, and I'm like, what is this? Like, it's got a testnet, Explorer wallet, faucet, and there's no actual product.
And it's Eric.
There's nothing.
Yeah, but we have Eric Schmidt, former CEO of Google.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So it's like meant to be this like high throughput blockchain.
But like, what's it doing on base?
So
why is it?
It's the way I read it was like it was kind of like an Infinex, where like you're doing like some transfers between networks and that sort of shit. But yeah, you've got
It just doesn't exist.
I just love this whole like Kita is orders of magnitude more scalable and efficient than existing solutions. Eric Schmidt, like Jesus Christ, bro. Like,
that's the kind of thing that's like written like on a post-it note somewhere.
Yeah.
ChatGPT, write me this fucking thing that I invest in. I don't know, just make it sound. Write a blockchain testimonial. Thanks.
So Eric Schmidt's net worth is $23.9 billion. Obviously, that is not enough to retire, because if you have to make quotes like this,
posting the Kita bags,
shilling some dog shit like this, it's obviously not enough to retire.
Is it even legit? Like, I'm just gonna say, like, is it legitimate from Eric Schmidt, or have they just put his name on a webpage and no one's actually checked? Hey, is Eric Schmidt really in this?
Yeah, reported. Wait, what's your ex employer? Oh, they haven't written about
Cointelegraph?
They haven't written about it. Yeah.
Okay, so CoinDesk. Oh, if it's CoinDesk, that's usually like pretty legit.
So yeah, this.
If it's written by Ian Allison, that's legitimate.
Apparently, Eric Schmidt is joined Chainlink Labs as a strategic advisor back in early 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, it's just a full on grift. I can't believe that CoinDesk covered this. Like, oh yeah, it's a.
Yeah, Binance posted it L1 backed by Eric Schmidt. So no wonder it had a pump. But like
Wow.
with Eric Schmidt's backing, game-changing scalability, Jesus.
And the backing of key industry partners, Kita is poised to dominate the blockchain space. The future is clear. Oh, this is their press release.
Yeah.
And Binance has just reposted it.
Yeah,
Good on you, Binance.
Good on you. And
Fucking hell.
That definitely wouldn't have sent everything up. Yeah, it's so funny because like when you Google this, like obviously they all talk about that.
Go onto their webpage. Go onto the Kita. It's Kita.com. The future. Go to the part that says the future of blockchain, and it's got Kita, and then it's just got competitors, and it's like sub-second transaction finality, and the next one's up to several minutes to set. It's like who are the competitors?
Yeah. Who is
what
this?
What do you mean? What is this? Holy fuck!
Smart contract overhead, native tokenization. What does that even mean?
I don't know. I don't know what that means. I live and breathe blockchain jargon, and I don't know what that means.
Built-in compliance protocols, complex regulatory requirements. Oh
what?
My God.
That's one's external and one's internal. It doesn't make any sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So bad.
All right, bros. I actually have to run.
No worries, bro.
Oh, good, brother.
I'm going to get out of here. I'm keen to do these more often. These are fun.
Yep, not keen.
I like hanging out with you guys. It's fun.
It's cool.
It's fun.
It's fun. All right, bros.
Just
Have a
put
good
the
night.
splooge on the rag, bro. Good night.
Just on that note, geniusy, everyone.
Good geniusy. Cool. Righto. And then there was two.
Yeah, now there's only the boys.
Only the boys. So is that implying that Swiss and Tom
The real boys.
aren't boys?
The night owls, the night owls. But
the night owls,
yeah. But
So Sticks, now that it's just the boys, I mean the night owls, what's some secret alpha that you've got to share?
Secret alpha.
How do you navigate the space? Like you were one of the ones out of like the 10% of CT that decided to buy Hyperliquid, despite the fact that everyone thinks that
it was consensus.
That it was consensus, because obviously
everyone thinking it was consensus.
What makes you decide that, hey, despite the noise, I'm going to buy this, or hey, I like this thing and I'm going to do it? Like, what's your little?
Well, I think it was more to do with like it was sort of new in the sense that like the way they were doing the whole ecosystem and the coin was so much different to like every other utility or tech project out there, and it was like first of all, it was like first and foremost, it was like something people were actually using. It wasn't like fucking some dead like L2 that like not a single like people actually using it like every single day. Yeah, and the best way to the best way to like
sorry
base the false narrative. No, but like the best way to test that is to actually like use it yourself, I guess, and then be like, oh wow, this is actually like good. Because like that was like with Pump Fun as well. I was like, wow, like the first time I ever used Pump Fun, I'm like, wow, this is actually like really good. Same with like Polymar, like all these good products, like they're actually like really good. So that was like the first thing, but then the second thing was like the way they were sort of like applying the business model to like benefit the holders. Like, yeah, it seemed cliche because we've always had like coins that have done like, yeah, we do buybacks, but like the buybacks are like with like 1% of the like the revenue or something. It's like you look at this, it's like 97%. It's like, holy shit, that's like that's like a ridiculous amount. And then also like other metrics like taking mind share. I mean, this is more like you just got to speculate on this. This is like what the trade is. And it's like taking mind share from like Binance and Bybit on the perps, and then hopefully eventually on the spot. Which is like, I still think the trade's there because like if they take volume away from, if they take like volume from away from these big exchanges on the spot, like that is so much money that's like Binance's like major revenue, like spot. Like they make, I'm pretty sure. Like they make so much money on spot. Like just someone buying $100 million of BTC, like the amount of money they just make off all these like transactions of these buyers buying 100 mil BTC, moving it out of the Binance. You know, someone moves in $100 million of BTC, sells it. Like, yeah, they make so much off that. So if they can build that up, that'd be cool.
So I guess for you it was, hey, the launch model was different, and it was different enough for me to get some sort of interest in it.
Yeah. So it was like really new way of launching a new ecosystem or token. Whereas like the past year, it was just like the tier model. Like all the altcoins that came out were just like the high FTV, low float.
Yeah. So
and it was reflected by the price how badly they.
And so like for you coming out of the meme coin space, where you were obviously a swarthy rogue dabbling in all of that space. Sorry.
Yeah.
And for you, it was kind of like, hey, this is something that's not this financially nihilistic realm of tokens of asset selection, and it appeals to me because the way that they've launched this doesn't fit within this like high FTV low float model, and even despite the fact that it is still high FTV low float, but it's not VC funded huge lock tokens scenario.
Yeah.
So for you, that was like, hey, this is different enough. I like it, so that's why I'm gonna buy.
Yeah. Yep. Correct.
Cool.
That was like one of the major things, and then it was more just like, obviously, because I didn't get the airdrop and I faded it initially. It was like, well, like I have to sort of just buy higher, and then if I'm treating it as an investment, you just like double down and DCA if it goes lower, and that's what I did. Because obviously, like, I was buying it like way higher, and then eventually went lower. Then I started DCAing. So
yeah, true. Okay.
Yeah, like I mean, I knew I wasn't probably gonna like time it, but in the end, like my average price became like a decent price. So
So the moment, like, because obviously, I think from what I remember, you probably bought initially a lot higher. That time that you've taken to say, hey, I'm going to start DCAing into this, because like you probably were down 50% from your initial buy.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
I think I was down about like after all the averages were done, I think I was down like at the bottom. It was about like 48% or something. It was about 50%. Yeah. So like it looked terrible on paper, but yeah, I was just hoping it was,
so
close to the bottom.
Do you have like certain assets that you won't DCA when it's going down 50%, and then other assets that you will just
So I never like really well, I did it in the past and it just never worked well in the like with memes, so I like would never try not to like DCA memes like in fresh memes like as they're going down, because they can obviously like go down like 90%. So I've like gotten wrecked doing that before. Like I've literally like lost heaps of money DCAing into like memes that have obviously either topped or like just like die for ages and then maybe come back a bit later. So I don't really now, like I never DCA memes. That was like the only coin recently that I was like actively DCAing into, because I thought of it differently to like other coins that I've held this cycle. Like I thought of it as like a really long term, like really long term in crypto is like a year, but but yeah, Hype was like that only one, and there was no coins that like I was willing. This is like after memes sort of just like died, there was like nothing that I really wanted to buy, because it was like, well, you either just buy BTC or you could buy Sol, which like obviously probably Pico topped the Trump in hindsight, or the Trump meme coin. It has like a lot of emissions daily, and like on-chain volumes like down like 80%, 90%. So that's that. And then like you buy ETH, which is like cursed, or you could buy like any of the meme coins, but they're all like tied to their, you know, their major, which could like nuke also. And then there was Hype, and I was like, yeah, well, I couldn't like see anything other than Hype, and it was like, yeah, it was like a CT meme where it was like, yeah, Hype BTC, but then like it actually became like the best two assets to hold.
Yeah.
So like in saying that, I don't actually like I don't even read CT's like views on things anymore, because like think about it, if it's like if it's something good, like it just goes up like regardless. Like
Yeah.
like I've seen like so many people like shit on so many, like, or shit on, or say like it's gone up so much, this is so shit, it's consensus, like everyone owns this. Not in crypto, but like in stock, in like the stock market or whatever, and it just keeps going up. So like if like the product's good, like it doesn't actually matter if everyone owns it, because more people will own it that don't own it. Like from the, like you're seeing those like funds that were buying Hype, and that probably helped it go to like 45. So
I think to
yeah,
your point there as well, right? Like in order for any asset to move, whether it be a stock or like crypto, is like you need a level of consensus in order to get enough buying into the asset. And I think like the big difference, like in the last few months, probably particularly, is like that consensus around that asset selection is what made Hype move. Obviously, like it helps with the assistance fund and everything as well as too. But like, when Whiff happened, even when Popcat happened, there was enough consensus amongst a group of people that allowed them to pile into an asset. But what I feel like's happened, and you spoke about it earlier, is that with the dispersion of so many tokens that like we have now, it's so hard to get a group consensus around a certain token. And so like now, what was a group of like, let's say 1,000 people on a token, you might only get a group of like 500 people or 200 people or 100 people. And if your token, like let's say it's some shitty meme coin, like let's pick what's the one that's pumping today, Useless, right? So Useless had an element of consensus, right? Because you had the bonk guy tweeting it, so you've got like people that religiously follow him, but he's now in a weird spot where like people look at him and fade him, but he's got a certain amount of capital, and he's probably got some sort of, there's probably someone behind that's more of a conglomerate than just a single person now, because of like the impact that he has. Totally. And so like there is an element of consensus, but then there's like, you know, not as much consensus, but there's still enough that can drive a token up, and there's probably less sellers than buyers, if you know what I mean. Whereas like because like, for example, that pumps, or if it's Chill House, or if it's Popcat, or it's whatever, like let's say it's Popcat pumps, and then we go, hey, I missed the Popcat bounce because I didn't buy it, so I'm going to go to the cat derivative number 2, or I'm going to go to the cat derivative number 3, and I'm going to shill the fuck out of this because I missed Popcat. So because that whole cycle's like, we learned all of that like 12 months ago, like we missed Whiff, so we're going to do the next thing. And then everyone learned like, hey, if I get enough people around something, I can make something pump enough, and hopefully I catch the attention, so then it like takes it to the next level. But like people kind of work that game out. And now it's like that game's so well understood. It's like, I can bundle this, I can, you know, create a bunch of wallets, I can do all this shit. I can get it up to like 5-10 mil, and then the market takes it from there. So like what was 500 mil became 250, became 100, became 80, became 50, became, you know, it like sort of like takes the next derivative down. So now like coins don't want to go up as much anymore. And now there's so many. It's like,
it's
why
crazy.
would you buy anything new? You know, it's so like the chance of it lasting more than a few days is like so hard. And it's like that Sisyphus, like pushing the rock up the hill thing. Like if you have a bunch of people pushing the rock up the hill, yeah, you'll move up a lot. But then like as soon as one or two people leave because they're like, fuck this, like I'm not getting anything out of this. Hey, how about you, me, and this guy go and start this other rock, and we'll go up the hill and we'll get higher than the next guys. But then they don't because they can't get enough people, and then it just kind of like dies in the ass.
Yeah, it's like this like vicious cycle, I guess. It's kind of crazy.
But yeah, so Terminal Girth wants to know, Sticks, where to from here? What's your view from this point
on? Yeah, I think we just continue to chop or go down. I think this whole range is just like the 110 range is like probably just gonna hold or like slowly just like creep downwards. But I'm like optimistic with like the end of the year, and I'm hoping like the end of the year is the actual top, where like some altcoins will do well and BTC will go like to like, I don't know, like 130 or something, 140, I don't know. But yeah, I'm I was like jokingly saying earlier, I was like trying to move a bunch of fiat into like stable coins to like prepare, but if there is like a big dip in the next like 2 months or so, that I can just like buy something. But I'm as like clueless as like everyone else, I think. So that's why I'm sort of positioned for either. Like I've got hype as my big spot bag. So if like the market does rip, I'm hoping that'll do well again. But if it doesn't, I'm positioned with like a decent amount of stables to where I can like try to find something, and I still don't know what it is. Like I was like jokingly saying like I might just buy just like Pepe the Frog or something. Like I genuinely just don't know what else to buy. Like I just look at like things by volume and how like long they last in the top 5-6 coins by volume, and there's not many coins, honestly. Like it's just the majors and like a couple like maybe like Pepe and Doge and maybe Fartcoin, but that looks like it's rolling over pretty badly. So
yeah.
So yeah, hype. I'm gonna sit in like a decent chunk of stables as well, just to like hedge. That's like sort of my hedge for holding hype. So
do you think there's a price where you'd want to buy hype again?
Yeah, I'd probably like double down one more time if it went like under $18 or something like that. I'd buy like one more big stack, and then I think after that it's like I'm never buying it again. Like I'll just either hold it or just like lose money. Like so I think like I'd buy it like if there was like a huge capitulation event and it can easily happen, like, but if it like went down 50% from where it's at right now, I'd buy more. But like other than that, I'm just gonna hold what I have right now. But yeah, I probably shouldn't buy more, like based off like how bad sometimes like doubling down on some coins are. But like hype to me just feels like how I would view me holding like Nvidia. It's just like it feels like I can hold it for a long time because of the business model that's in there. But I guess a lot of people said the same thing about FTX. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like it's Wild West still. So like with some stuff. So, but I'm hoping like like how well Circle did. How like US is adopting crypto. I'm hoping that sort of just like propels it all into into how well it will do, I guess, and how safe it'll be in the future. Because that's like another thing I haven't really thought about. It's like if there was like a huge, not like FTX moment, but like something that like creates a bottom one day, like what the fuck? Like obviously the obvious one's like the treasury companies, but then it's like that's like kind of hard to think about, because it's like they've been doing the same thing with like real estate, where you like take on equity and just continuously buy up, buy up, buy up, buy up. And I know like Bitcoin's like a completely different asset. It's like way more volatile, but like it's starting to become more traditional. So it's like it's like can these guys like Sailor just continuously like, you know, Ponzi, like do this like flywheel like Ponzi where like what real estate dudes do.
Yeah.
Forever, and it actually works. Like it might actually work, and people just stay silent forever. So I'm trying to weigh up the if that's like a possibility, or if like I'm like, you know, some people are right, and like there is like a you know, I don't know. It's so like this. The problem is that there's too many like things to think about. I overthink it, I think.
Yeah. DGTG Quant asks you, do you think we top in late 2025 following the 4-year cycle, or just continually slow grind up without any blow off tops now that TradFi is bidding the ETFs?
I think like.
And then HypeX just added onto that. He said short bear cycles, probably short bull cycles, 3 to 9 months.
Yeah. I think that's for liquidity, for alts. I think that's like spot on. Like short bears, short bulls. Like it's just where liquidity sort of goes to, and you get these like little fragmented like liquidity pockets of like, you know, you get like a 2-month crazy like up. Just like think about how efficient like, you know, the speed of like how quickly these things go up and go down now is like kind of insane. Like, so it's not like, I mean, like bull markets were already like really like short. Like if you think about how BTC runs, like it runs in like a really short amount of time and then does nothing for ages. So, but it's the alts that look weird because they go up and then BTC's been chilling, but they just keep going down. So, yeah, you're probably right. Like with the short bull, short bear thing, I don't know if it applies to BTC because like obviously BTC just dominance just keeps going up. So yeah, for my theory is like Bitcoin will go to like, you know, 130, 140 in November, December. I don't know what the problem is I can't like say what's gonna happen for alts because think about it, there might just be like a whole new meta by then because like like this is the thing, like all the things I'm saying, like how was I supposed to know in the start of 2024 that like there'd be like this AI like shitcoin meta
so
like
true.
at the end, like there's gonna be something new, and I just like won't know what it is.
Like even memes, to be fair, like no one,
like memes weren't consensus at the start of 2024.
Exactly.
Everyone was still trying to like buy utility coins, and it only sort of became consensus towards the end, like when you know Solana was
it was consensus 50, but within a small group, and then
group of people, and then it sort of
that small group convinced, like it was like the newer group and like some of the people that were more in tune, they convinced the old guard, like the people that were like ETH only, DeFi only sort of guys that were like holding Lido and Ethereum for all of the bear to buy into memes. Like it took a long time for those guys to sort of swing over, if you know what I mean. But like,
yeah, well, that's where they all came for with the AI shitcoins. It's like all these like VC type people. That's what they were buying, which were like obviously just meme coins in disguise. But it gave them like a purpose to like buy stuff.
Yeah,
so exactly. That I think the AI meta was like when it became like consensus that like they're all just shitcoins. But it was like shitcoin wrapped in like AI slop. So that was so yeah, going back to my point, it's like there'll be something new. Like if we do like if Bitcoin runs, then like we had like Believe coins, which were like sort of just like they were basically like AI shit coins. Like they were sim. And the worst part is like it's the metas are getting more and more like just forced. So
much,
it has to be
so
like,
much so, yeah.
Yeah, so it has to be like something like kind of really new. Like can't just be like a new shitcoin meta, if that makes sense. I feel like because people will just fade it because they'll be like, well, we all know this is just like dog shit. Like
and
they can't
snipers kill like most of the shitcoins now.
Yeah, and if it's on if it's on Solana, like and any of these quick fast chains, like it's just gonna be like, and it probably will be on Solana somehow, but it's just like you're gonna get farmed because as soon as like there's a new meta, like the the KOLs and stuff have realized, like, holy shit, we can just like make really quick money just like farming these motherfuckers on this new narrative that they all think is like.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the smart players, or the people who, it's the smart dudes are the ones who like sold all their meme coins and like left Solana in like, you know, November, December or whatever, and either cashed it to like cash or like moved into BTC or moved into Hype.
I feel like the sniper thing is like so like it's known, but it's not well understood. It's like
no one knows how it works. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Like the guys that are doing it, they are printing, because like you launch any new coin now, like that shit's gonna be sniped, and it's like the tooling's so well built out for like this chain, that it's like you, in order to counteract it, it's like it's almost too hard. So it's like most things die. They don't have that like organic run that they used to have, because like these things exist, whereas initially they didn't exist. So it's like you could get a lot more of an organic movement. Whereas now it's like the sniper knows what to do. As soon as a coin launches, it's like bang, I'm gonna steal all of this shit. It's the same shit that happened to ETH, right? So like when Pepe launched, right, that kicked all of the ETH stuff off. And I remember
like Unibot and all that shit.
Unibot, and then there was 4coin, which Jeebus and Jeebus released, right? Which I was a part of the pre-sale on that. And I remember that coin died because there was a guy named fadedface.eth that he sniped all of, like, he, not all of it, but he sniped a shit ton of it on launch, and then he just continually sold like in clips all the way down, like once it launched, because like it sent to like a really good sort of val on launch, and it was like 60 mil or 70 mil or whatever, but like the coin could just never survive because so much of it got sniped because people knew about it in advance, right? But like that sort of tool sort of kills these coins now. So it's like anytime that anyone knows that something's going to happen, it dies. So like you almost need something to like happen, die, without it being hyped, and then like you build it up from it again. So like older stuff I think has a lot more appeal than newer stuff, because newer stuff's just going to die from the get-go.
Yeah, I think buying new stuff now, like right now, like I'm not talking about like there might be something like revolutionary in about 6 months, but like buying just like coins in general that are new now, like on Solana, is just like you have better odds like going to Vegas. Like I'm not even joking. Like it's like it's actually like I'm being serious. Like, and I think there was a stat, there was like a graph where like you literally did have better odds going to Vegas. So if you do like,
you got better odds buying Ansem's new shit fucking casino fucking thing.
No, it's so fucked. So you and this is the problem. It's like all the people that there's so many just like people that came in after the Trump coin that obviously just like lost a lot of money, but they're still like, as you said, like the Japanese
soldier.
What was it? Soldier meme of like brother, all the good money has either been extracted or like the people who made like all the money on the OGs, like with Popcat, like all these like all the big OGs, like man, they're gone, bro. Like they've taken the money and they've run. So like you're just like you basically like if you're not in like the KOL group of like Alexa Pro, the Bonk guy, if you're not in this little circle, like you're not gonna really, you've got no edge. So it's like at least with the old memes, it was like there wasn't really any of these like you didn't really need like, so Anthem was like the first KOL basically for like Solana, because he sort of was like a really good, because he obviously bull posted the Soul Trade, and then he was a really good bull poster for Whiff, and because it was like the first like,
and he had the Telegram group as well, where like
and he had the Telegram. So like that was like so like early days, but now it's like man, like there's like about 50 fucking thousand of them, and like
everyone plays the same game.
Everyone wants the perfect 10k, 20k entry. So it's like this is why the coins top at like 200k at like 1 mil. Like whereas like back then there was like Dog with Hat, Popcat.
Getting something at like 1 mil was good at
It
that time.
was good.
Even 10 mil
even
was
like
good.
10 mil, bro. Like, because there was only
10
like
mil
a
was a
handful
good
of good
coin, you know, back then.
I bought Popcat at 20 mil, and I was like, that was like early, bro.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that
was awesome, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you buy at 20 mil, you're like the extra liquidity.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
But yeah, so it's just all to do with what you said, like the tooling, the inefficiencies back then that were present.
Everyone
it's with
everyone had everything built out for ETH.
right,
Yeah. And then no one had anything for
nothing.
Solana. Like the Bull X's and all of the other shit, like the bots, none of it existed for Solana. So once that shit sort of came to be, and like now it's like so well built out. It's like,
it's crazy. It's like these KOLs can just take your 5K, 6K, and the coin's dead
I wouldn't
forever,
even say it's like KOLs even anymore. I reckon it's just like, it's the dudes that know how to use the tools.
Use the tools. Yeah. It's honestly, like it's a disgusting chain right now. Like I would not put any significant amount of money into it. Like like honestly, like there's like the handful of good funny coins on it, like they've probably topped forever because like the amount of bag holders, like and like maybe I'm wrong, but like I've seen it like happen so often where like people say like they're gonna like DCA in the bear market, and then the next cycle comes around and no one ever touches those coins again. So and it happened to me last cycle with like a couple coins. So I'm not going to touch them. I'll stay away from Solana until people sort of figure it, until someone makes something revolutionary, or like they sort of just like it'll never happen, but like agree to like EVE like a bunch of coins, but like that's like never going to happen because everyone wants like a 10K entry. So like that's why I sort of like the ETH meme coins, because like the OG ones, because there's only like 4 or 5 of them.
That's right. Yeah,
and it's like that they've got the same issues where they can just like dump, obviously, because they're like a meme coin, but it's like at least there's like a loyal, like they've gone through like the, like look at that, like look at Pepe, look at like Joe, like they've all gone through these like little dead periods before, and they've like come out on top, whereas a lot of these like soul meme coins have just like died and they'll never come back, because there's, mind you, there's 5 meme coins on ETH, there's 5 million ETH meme coins on Solana. So and I think it's just the way you explained it so perfect. The Japanese soldier, like I've seen so many these dudes who rocked up probably like literally November, December, January, and they're like brother, like you missed the whole year, like like, you missed the good year, like it started end of 2023 and it basically ended end of 2024, and you just got here. So
exactly. So Sticks, I have to ask you a question. Are you a Mig Mist enjoyer?
Am I a what?
You know Mig Mist, the guy that likes all of your tweets all day, every day. Does he like your tweets? He's in. He's in the.
How do you spell it?
MIGMIST. He's in the stream right now.
Oh yeah, shit! I'll give him a follow.
You're not following Mig Mist? Mig Mist is the best. He's the best. He likes your tweets.
Honestly,
all day.
I'm so sorry.
Every day.
So sorry I wasn't following you. I like my like notifications for followers has like completely stopped. So like maybe you followed me like a while ago, and I just like didn't see it.
I would have money that Mig Mist has you on notice, because it like I tweet something.
Thank you, Mig Mist. I just followed you.
He just said it's fine. Aww.
No,
he's
I'm
the
sorry.
best. He's the best. I love Mig Mist. Like
I
make a tweet. I know that I'm gonna get a Mig Mist like. It's just good. It's just makes.
Actually, I have noticed his little icon, like
makes my day.
Being like one of the first to like my post. So yeah, I gotta get around him whenever. If he ever is a reply guy, I'll reply guy him as well.
He's the best.
He
Like I wake up just to tweet so then I can get the Migmist like.
Yeah, that's so good. No, but as I said, like I tried to like bull post like launch coin like like a week or two ago because I was getting hopeful that like something was gonna happen on Solana. I bought some and then I just sold it because I'm like, fuck man, like when I think about it deeply, I'm like it's the same like dog shit wrapped in like just wrapped up like the AI slot, but it's like actually worse because it's just like a derivative of like the AI meta basically.
Do you know we should get Migmist on the Poad? I reckon we should get
I
Migmist
agree.
on the
I
Poad.
agree. I actually want to get like, you know what I want to get? Like I want to get some like smaller accounts because the alpha is in like the dudes with like 400 followers.
I reckon Migmist would have such good alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
No, honestly,
no,
like
actually, yeah. If
like dudes like Migmist in.
Anyone wants to jump on the Poad,
No,
hell
like,
no.
Honestly, oh no, oh fuck, this one docs.
One day. You can put a voice changer on if you like, but I reckon
it's okay. We'll if
anyone wants to jump on the
guys,
Poad, just send us a
like
DM.
I'm just I'm like interested in like smaller accounts because we sort of like know the story of most big accounts. Well, not really, but like a lot of them like a lot about already. But like I just don't know much about like smaller accounts. And mind you, a lot of small accounts I know are like really rich. So yeah.
Yeah,
good to get
exactly. For sure.
All right. Well, I think we'll wrap it up there because I'm getting a bit tired.
All right, sounds good, bro. Thanks for all the guys that tuned in today. Appreciate you. And shout out DD.
And shout out Migmist.
Yeah, Migmist, DDTG Quant, Bunjil.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Hype 3X.
Reply guys.
Terminal Girth, all of you. Shout out.
Terminal Girth.
Give us a follow on Twitch. We appreciate them. And if you really want to, throw us a sub.
Dude, we'll go back to weekly streams and hopefully like some weeks even 2 streams. But we took a big break because people in real life stuff. So
but appreciate you guys tuning in. It was good. Thank you very much.
Thanks, brothers.
All right. Peace.